Imagineer. He brings many years of being a professional educator, visual artist, performer, ASL interpreter, author, lover of comics and film, and areas of his life and his ministry, for which for him extends beyond the church and the center. He's an ordained Centers for Spiritual Living minister. He serves as the founding minister and the spiritual director of the Center for Spiritual Integrated Arts, a Center for Spiritual Living Teaching, and he's both a frequently sought-after guest minister and speaker at various churches, centers, and events, and a frequently requested facilitator of seminars, workshops, and related things such as radical, audacious self-care, living with purpose, grief, forgiveness, LGBTQ empowerment, exploring and expressing one's creativity, and more. In addition to his interfaith lead for his local Moms Demand Action chapter, and he's a survivor of gun violence, and also he participated in every Town Survivor Fellowship program.
Namaste and greetings, Amani Center. It's me again. It is great once again to be with you today. Happy Pride. So this is the first time that I've been with you since Tracy and I was in the car accident back in March. Yet another reason for me to be extremely grateful to be able to be here with you today. And even though I have been tasked with the challenge of talking to you not about one, not two, not even three topics for June, today I am going to do my best to offer a message that invites us into deeper relationship regarding the following things. Are you ready? 1, your theme, allowing grace. 2, this month, Pride. 3, this month, today, Father's Day. And 4, this week, Juneteenth. Are you ready? Breathe. So we begin with today, Father's Day. And our invitation specifically is, what does it mean to acknowledge and to embody the divine masculine? Now, many of us may have had very tumultuous, traumatic experiences with any father figure, be that a biological father, an adopted father, a foster father, a teacher, or, as many of us can attest, God as Father. Today is the invitation to reclaim the power of the divine Father, the Abba, Daddy, to reclaim the divine awareness, the yin and yang, the yang. Yang is, we're familiar with the yin yang, right? Or some people say yang, yin yang. Yin, the darkness, yang, the light. Keeping in mind that within both is the other. And it's not an opposite. See, a lot of people mistake this and think that yin yang are opposites, they're complements. So when we think of the qualities of yang, the masculine, sun, light, warmth, the brightness, to extend, to expand, to reach. For example, if I were to reach my arm out, I am reaching, I'm extending, that's yang. And yet, when we talk about the biology, the musculature that is required to do that, in order for there to be an expansion, there is also a contraction. If I contract here, this must expand, and vice versa. Even within this, yin and yang are expressed. See, when the toxic masculinity, the toxic patriarchy goes out of whack, there is no balance. Today, this Father's Day, is our invitation to step back into that space of balance, where we understand that yin and yang, balance, to be in alignment with, balance, to be in alignment with the nature of the divine. Because this idea, yin yang, this balance, is demonstrated everywhere. We see yin yang even in the breath, because what we express as the outward breath, yang, is received by plants and trees, yin. And what they release, yang, we inhale, yin. The divine nature of the universe is ever expressed always and in all ways. And this Father's Day gives us the opportunity to set ourselves free from the toxic aspects and elements of masculinity, of the patriarchy, etc. How do we set ourselves free? How do we emancipate ourselves from the toxicity of? Well, we have to be aware. Juneteenth. Juneteenth is Freedom Day. It is the day that marks a certain point in our history of liberation for those who did not get the memo that slavery had ended. They didn't get the memo until June 19th, many years ago. If you're not familiar with it, I invite you to go research it. In order to be free from something, I have to know what the from is. In order to be freed to something, I have to know what the to is. For example, if I am enslaved, then slavery, the system of slavery, is what is ensnaring me, oppressing me, holding me, and binding me down. In order to be liberated and free, I have to understand what a shackle is. How are my hands shackled? How are my feet shackled? How is my mind shackled? How is my consciousness ensnared with the lack and scarcity of? In the same way that a muscle can get a, oh, Charlie horse, how it can arrest us, our thoughts can arrest us. The what if, the constant what if, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. It's just a matter of time when it will go wrong. And I don't, that is the same as a Charlie horse. It is a contraction of, it is being ensnared by a certain thought form, a certain mental equivalent. So what better time than now to recognize what are the chains that bind? Surely they're not physical, though there might be some. But what are they when we see them in the systems that we operate within? What about within our own bodies and our own emotions? Are there certain emotional things that keep us dysregulated where we are now ensnared by and enslaved by those emotions, which are caused by thoughts, worry? The feeling of worry is a cognition. The emotion, fear, anxiety. In order for us to be liberated, we have to get real serious, just like Harriet Tubman. We have to get serious about the risk and the challenges involved in becoming free. Breathe. Because see, when we have freedom, we are now free to live out loud, to embrace the energy of pride. That's what Pride Month gives us. It gives us this great moment in time to be our unashamed, bright and colorful, authentic and audacious selves, the way God intends itself as us to be. God as us, not God in us, not separate from us, not up there, far away, not God as us. There is only one power and only one presence, and what it is must be what we are because there is only it. As Pythagoras said, when you know yourself, you will know the universe and God. Do we know ourselves well enough to step into the space of, this is me? This is all of me. I have no need to hide behind a mask. I have no need to hide within a closet or be enslaved in or ensnared by the concept of the closet because of. I'm willing to step out. I'm willing to be seen. I'm willing to be heard. I'm willing to be witnessed as the divine expression of God. And yes, that is or can be a terrifying premise, especially in the climate in which we are living today. There's a lot of animosity and fear that are running rampant, the chains that bind. This is why I don't refer to it as homophobia or transphobia, because it's really not fear. Unfortunately, the ties that bind the shackles are shackles of hatred. So I refer to it as homomisia, transmisia, Islamomisia, xenomisia. It's the hatred of other. And those mental equivalents that cause anyone to feel hate, that cause anyone to choose to other because it is a learned behavior. That person is ensnared, enslaved, and imprisoned by their mental equivalent, which is causing them to think, feel, speak, behave in a certain manner. And yet, once again, this is our divine opportunity to set ourselves free. Dr. Ernest Holmes, when he wrote the Declaration of Principles, the We Believe statements, statement number 5 says, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation, complete liberation, complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. Now, does that mean we will not have challenges in life? No. It means the challenges will be life affirming versus life denying. There will still be divine discontent or divine discord, the thing that makes the artist want to paint or sing or dance. There's that itching that says, I've got something to express, young. I've got something to give, young. The divine masculine that says, here is my art, I express it. Here is my voice, I express it, and I do so out loud. I do so because I am free from that which would ensnare and enslave, and free to that which gives me grand open opportunities of hope and inspiration to live as the universe should live. Breathe. Your theme this month, allowing grace. So pause for a second, because that word, I like words. If anybody who know, you know, yes, you know, yes. You know that I love me some words. So when we think of this word, grace, it has been and can be used in so many different ways. And I think it is precisely because of its many possible uses that we have lost sight of or lost the connection with the deeper connection of what grace, what it means to embody grace, what it means to embody and allow grace to flow freely, to be expressed freely, to allow grace to be embodied and expressed boldly, audaciously, proudly, because that is precisely how we live, not exist. Not simply going through the motions day by day, going through the motions day by, gotta make the donuts, gotta make the donuts, gotta. When are you gonna stop making the donuts and eat the donuts? Is it always about dessert with you? It's always about dessert. Okay, back. Okay, so grace. So let's chat for a moment about this idea of grace. Grace. When you were a child, and some of us may still do it, there is the idea of saying grace as a prayer. What is that? It is a blessing. It is an offering of gratitude. Grace. Someone offering courteous goodwill, such as politeness, good manners, decency, such as at least he has the grace to admit his debt to her. Okay, courtesy, politeness. There's also grace, as in one's simple and elegant movements, poise, charm, flow, fluency, ease. She moved through the water with such effortless grace. That's 3 right there. So when we're talking about allowing grace, what are we talking about? There's also a period where someone, you have a payment and there's something to do, and someone says, we'll give you another 3 days grace. You have a grace period. We are postponing, we are putting off, we are suspending or deferring. You have a respite. Grace. So we have several possible ways of thinking about this. So reprieve, suspension. When I say breathe, I'm giving us a respite. I'm giving us a moment of grace, a moment of pause, a moment of checking in and re-regulating our system. Grace. When we say thank you to anyone or anything for anything or anyone, we are offering grace. We are offering our gratitude. Saying thank you is grace. How we move and navigate this body, do we do so in a awkward manner because we don't trust our bodies, because we don't love our bodies? Because once again, the invitation is this body is God. God in physical form expressing itself in me, as me, through me, and same for you. So why not love it? Step fully into it. I don't care what the number on the scale says. I don't care what the doctor has diagnosed. I don't care anything about what the length of the belt is. I don't, blah, because none of that changes or denies the beauty of the divine expressing in, through, and as us right now, not with the next class or after we read that book or take that workshop. Right now, God in full right now, love in full right now, wisdom and creativity and power in full right now. So are we allowing ourselves to move fluently, to allow our thoughts to flow with ease and grace in a life-affirming manner that acknowledges I know who and what I am, and that's why I live out loud and proud. That is why I have a aligned balance between yin and yang. And technically, it's not even and, yin, yang. They are both one and the same, moving gracefully, ever flowing. I am free from and free to live as the universe, because my will is the will of God. And so why would I not use it in a life-affirming, life-enhancing, celebratory way? Because that's the invitation. So this idea of allowing grace, allow yourself to, with compassion, with love, with generosity, with mercy, with tenderness, allow yourself to be right where you are. No judgment, no criticism. Be present and love. Be right here, right now, and love yourself. Because it is from that space of allowing grace, love, joy, wisdom, presence, allowing it to be embodied and expressed. It is precisely from that space that we change and transform the world. It is from that space of grace that we heal the world. It is from that space, that energy, that divine awareness, that we become the very ones, as Margaret Mead said, paraphrase, remix. Don't get it twisted and think that a small group of people cannot change the world. Because in fact, a small group of people have ever, always been the only thing that actually has. And think about that. Is she right? A small group of people banded together, and that small group of people exploded into what we know as the civil rights movement. Small group of women gathered together, the suffragists, and it exploded into the suffragist movement. Small group of people gathered at Stonewall, New York City, and exploded into the gay liberation movement. Small group of people in one particular area demanded freedom, and it exploded into the emancipation of the enslaved Americans, my ancestors. Small group of people can change the world. A small group of people, such as us, can in this moment begin the process of what it means to create a world that works for all. And I say all, not everyone. I say all because it has to work for the polar bears as well. It has to work for the python in the Amazonian jungle, where the Amazon is being cut down and the pythons are dying because their habitat is gone. It has to work for the spider monkey and the tarantula. It has to work for every creature, big and small, here and there, near and far, because all of it is God. So how do we come together and create a world that works for all? It starts with us in this moment, in this breath, reclaiming the divine masculine and the balance with the divine feminine. In this moment right here, stepping into that space of I am free. And I bring that freedom to all that I encounter. And it is that freedom that says, I am free to live out loud, to be unapologetic in whatever that is. I'm quirky. I'm unapologetically quirky. I'm silly. I'm unapologetically. I have no reason to apologize for the fact that I will break into a song in a sing. You ain't even got to tempt me. Here's a story of Amani Center where the people gather together in love. They then take love and allow grace to flow, and they change the world. I ain't gonna apologize for the fact that my life is a musical. It is that space and that energy embodying grace. It is right there in this moment that we reclaim it, name it as ours, embody it, and express it. We are born for such a time as this, right here and right now. Namaste and blessings. Much love as always to you. If I have said anything that you would like to discuss further, feel free to reach out to me via email, smoke signal, carrier pigeon, or as my friends like to do, bat signal. I love and appreciate y'all, and I will see you soon. Change the world.